The Alric McKenzie Show. It starts right now.
The colors are gold, blush, and ivory. A sweet wedding to remember right now on today's show.
The Alric Show. Inspiration, motivation. One vision, hope to a new generation. Together we can live and learn. Yes, we're one family on the Alric Show.
While on her way to Ibiza, a small island off the coast of Spain, Alexia stopped at an airport in Barcelona. Little did she know that a quick exchange with a stranger would lead to her big day. That's about being at the right place at the right time. Now Alexia is on the inside. Let's go check things out. So we're now here with Alexia. Hi Alexia, how are you doing?
Hi Alric, I'm doing well.
How are you feeling?
Very, very nervous.
Very nervous? Why?
A big day, wedding, I want everything to be perfect. So yeah, a lot of nerves. But I'm good.
So how has it been so far planning this, the first thing ever, the first big day in your life?
It's been tough, but Dion has helped me a lot to put everything together, and we were planning from long in advance, so it's not like we're rushing to do things now. So I think it's going really well. I don't want to jinx it, but yeah, I think it is.
Take me back to when you first met Nigel. Where were you and how things happened?
Okay, it's not no exciting story. I was on my way to Ibiza. I had a connecting flight in Barcelona. So while I was waiting, this gentleman comes over to me and he says, "Hi, I'm Nigel and you're beautiful." And I smiled, of course, with 42, and I said, "Hi, thank you, I'm Alexia." So that is literally how we met. He did have an accent. I thought it was Australian, but I found out that it's a New Zealand or Kiwi accent. He was on his way to make wine somewhere else in Spain, and so we were just passing strangers basically in a concourse. That's how we met. So we exchanged numbers and email addresses. So now and then we'd email each other, see how each other is doing and stuff. And it gradually progressed into more than that till he expressed that desire to take it to the next level, to, date me and see where things could go.
What were the impressions you had of Nigel then?
He's a family man. He loves his family, his parents, his daughter, like a very devoted father. Just a very, very down-to-earth, easygoing, friendly guy. I measure men by the yardstick. That's my father. My father is devoted to us, his children. He's devoted to my mother. He works hard to take care of us, and he's kind, he's playful. He's everything a person wants in a father. So I measure the person that I want to spend my life with based on the example of my father. I'm a geologist, so I have an environmental consultancy at the moment. So I do like bore logs, install monitoring wells, environmental impact assessments, anything to do with dirt, rocks, and water. I'm your girl. And Nigel is a winemaker. His love of wine and me loving dirt and things like that, it goes together well because we're not afraid to get our hands dirty and stuff. Winemaking is very dirty work. I don't know if you know anything about it, but it's extremely dirty. You come home covered in red wine all the time and grapes and stuff like that. It's just like mine. When I leave the field, I'm covered in mud. My hair is a mess. So we pair very, very well on that account.
And what was it like meeting his side of the family for the first time?
They were so welcoming of me. He said to me, "Alexia, you have enchanted them. My parents are so warm and friendly with you. It's like you cast a spell over them." He's never seen them like that with anybody else.
What is your favorite meal you would prepare for Nigel?
to prepare for Nigel. He really likes curry goat, you know. Yes, and he loves rice and peas. So I kind of convert him to that. But he likes like lamb and, you know, typical Australia, New Zealand, Kiwi food. So I do a mixture of both.
Right. Since you're a geologist, what kind of rock or precious stone would you liken Nigel to?
Oh, wow, that's a toughie. I would say maybe beryl. It's a very pretty rock, and it's also very, very hard. But when you first see it, it's scratched up on the surface and stuff. But when they cut it, inside it's beautiful. It has a myriad of colors and stuff like that. So I'd liken him to that, because the exterior is just normal. You wouldn't know, but cut into it, and he has so many layers. He's such a great person.
Oh, so poetic. All right. Now, your expectations for today, what are you expecting? And we're just a few hours away from you walking down the aisle. How are you truly feeling, apart from, you said, nervous?
I'm just expecting all my family and friends to come and just enjoy and share with us. That's my main. I just want everybody to have a good time and marry the man that I love.
However, this day down the aisle could have easily been ruined for Alexia due to an accident a few days earlier on a flight back to Jamaica.
I was on a flight from Abu Dhabi to New York, and I was just walking down the aisle to get something from my bag, and I bent down to pick up something on the ground, and when I was standing up, my left knee just locked into place. It couldn't straighten out, and it was blindingly painful.
What's the explanation for that?
So I went to the ER in New York. They couldn't figure it out, so I came home a day later, and the surgeon examined me, and he said, you've torn your meniscus and the cartilage is stuck in the joint, so it's causing the knee to not be able to straighten. So it's not going to fix itself. That's basically what he said. We have to operate on it, and the quicker the better. So I did an operation 2 days after that.
So how are you going to get down the aisle?
You'll have to wait and see, Alric.
All right, well, let me see. I'm in for it. And another surprise, well, you're also pregnant?
Yes, we're expecting, I'm 5 months pregnant, so we're expecting in the first week of May.
Wow, congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Excited? First child for you too?
It's my first child. I'm very, very, very happy. Nigel is over the moon. So yeah, I'm thrilled.
We meet the chosen few who will support Alexia and Nigel today. All that and more when we come back.
The Alex Show. The Alex Show.
New Zealand meets Jamaica. Nigel and Alexia found each other at an airport in Spain. We now speak with the man of the moment. Hi Nigel, how are you doing?
Hi, good, thanks. Yeah, I'm feeling relaxed.
Well, relax in Jamaica, huh? How do you like it here?
Yeah, I love it here. Yeah, I've been a few times now, and I've been lucky enough to actually see the real Jamaica. There's no other island like Jamaica. There's no other country. So yeah, it's a big learning curve. But yeah, a few more years, and I think I'll understand it.
Right, and I'm sure there are a lot of things you love about Jamaica, and of course you're in love with a Jamaican. Tell me about that.
Well, Alexia is just incredible. We met in Spain at an airport, and yeah, it was literally love at first sight. So yeah, I got to see her beauty first, and then I found out, just how intelligent, charming, and beautiful she really was. So it's been a great period.
What gave you the courage to go to her? Why did you believe that I must speak to this lady?
Well, I think in life you can't really miss opportunities. So I thought I just had to take it. And yeah, her face caught me originally, and you could see kind of a strength of character coming from her. Her joy of life, she's constantly smiling, which seems to be a thing here in Jamaica.
So you're in the business of wine? Yeah. What's that like?
So I'm a winemaker from Australia, and I like it in many ways. The big thing is you can travel. Like, you know, we've landed some wine here in Jamaica, so we're here working as well as playing.
When you think about Alexia, what kind of wine would you describe her to be?
Oh, good question. I'd describe her as a probably a Chardonnay, actually. She's kind of full-bodied in personality and strong strength of character and intriguing. Like, you can make a Chardonnay in many different ways, so you never really know how you're going to wake up.
Tell me about the proposal. How did you do it?
We did it we were in Australia at the time. We're at a beautiful beach called Yelling Up, and there was a rocky outpost, so I tried to do it at sunset, which is pretty hard because Alexia can be late, so I had to kind of try and get her there at sunset, and then I took a couple of bottles of champagne, small bottles, and just proposed there and managed to get it just on sunset, so it was very successful, and she said yes.
How do you remember her reaction?
I think she might have known it was coming, but I had kept it secret, the exact location, so she took it very well, and I think she shed a tear and said yes, so it was beautiful.
What are your expectations for just a few hours ahead?
In a few hours ahead, Alexia's planned this to the nth degree, which has been fantastic, and I expect it's going to go like clockwork. You'll just have to wait and see, but it's been magically planned, and the actual theme is beautiful as well.
The wedding is at 3 p.m. Right now it's 11 a.m. But in the meantime, we are here with Alexia's support team. And here we have, what's your name?
Trina Melville, her maid of honor.
Why did you get the closest part to Alexia now?
So I've known Alexia for over 13 years. So we went to university together, where we both did geology. Then
You're a geologist too?
I'm also a geologist.
Wow. Okay, fine.
Then we went to do our masters together in the US, where we also did geology. And then we both worked on oil rigs together in the US. And since we're both girly girls, us working on oil rigs is so not us. So we bonded across those journeys.
What is it like being Alexia's friend? What kind of person is she?
So Lexi is so sweet, so loving. She's never negative. I'm actually the negative one. Opposites attract. She's very positive. She's sweet. She really goes out of her way. A lot of times because I live in the US, I've had problems. She's quick to jump on a plane to come and see me. And so she goes all out for her friends.
Wow, my sister has developed in such a wonderful woman. I think growing up, I admired her a lot because she was so confident, and obviously because she's gorgeous too. I just wanted to be like her, mostly because of the confidence and how once she set her mind to something, she gets it done. So that was something very good about her, something I wanted to emulate from her.
Lexi was actually somewhat shy, especially initially, very kind of into her shell. She was very much a daddy's girl, but brilliant. I mean, Lexi is one of those unassuming people. So you look at her and you don't know and quite understand how deep she is until she opens her mouth, and then you're like literally blown away.
Alexia, she's a very, very sweet girl. Very outgoing. I wouldn't say she's laid back in any way, but she can be. Right? So yeah, she's a nice girl.
I'm very ecstatic to be a part of her bridal party and just to support her throughout the day and make sure she, doesn't cry too much.
We met 3 years ago, and without her, I don't think I would have survived the workplace. Honestly, she is the sweetest, kindest. She's always willing to help. She's always willing to assist. She's just a wonderful co-worker. We made fast friends easily because of her personality.
Time to hear from the Jolly Bunch on Nigel's side of the aisle. Hi, what's your name? And tell me a little bit about Sir Nigel.
Sir Nigel. Well, let's start with me. My name's Scott Davidson. And you want to hear about Nigel? Interestingly, that's the best man's job. I'm actually not sure of my job today apart from supporting everybody. But Nigel's a fantastic guy. I've known him probably for 15 years now. I've had the pleasure of working with him twice. He's a loyal guy. He's a really loyal guy, and but I don't know if you've spoken with Grant, his best man, but he's got all the serious stories. I'm not sure what I can tell you.
My name's Grant Summerall. I'm from New Zealand, where Nigel comes from. I've known Nigel for 30 years. We first met at college when we were about 13. Nigel is an interesting character. He gets in a lot of trouble, and he actually got suspended from school when I was there. I was an angel. I don't know how we became friends, but he was the head of house in the house we were staying at. So he does have some good points, but not very many. And then since after school we went to university, and I used to keep in touch with him. I used to fly to Australia to see him when he lived there for a while, and I'm his daughter Sonsore's godfather.
Oh, he went to Jamaica, but he didn't tell us he went to Jamaica. He said he was going to Sydney. So when he came back, he was like, "Oh, I need to tell you that I have a girlfriend." And I was like, because he was like alone for quite a while. So I was like, "Oh, that was great," because I really wanted him to like have a girlfriend. And yeah, and then like me and Lexi Skyped that night, and she was really good. So we got on straight away.
In this room behind me, Alexia is getting ready, along with her 2 maids of honor, 5 bridesmaids, 3 flower girls, and everybody is nervous. I myself am a little nervous. We take a break. When we come back, Alexia goes down the aisle.
The Alex Show. Alex Show.
It's only minutes before the main event, starring Nigel and Alexia. Despite her injury, Alexia is very much on top of things. Just ask her wedding coordinator.
We are here doing the wedding day management for Alexia. That is one of the services of Bridal Dreams Jamaica. We do wedding planning, coordination, bridal showers, baby showers, all those little intimate events. Alexia has been a sweetheart. It was really easy working with her. She really, I think she's a very detailed person, so all the information that I needed, she was right there, right behind me, and gave them to me on time.
Alexia and Nigel met in 2012 in Barcelona, and right now they're about to seal the deal with a band of gold and diamonds.
Dear friends, Alexia and Nigel come to offer themselves to God and to each other in the holy bonds of marriage. God has established marriage for our welfare and our enjoyment, and marriage makes sacred the union between a man and a woman, and offers each the opportunity to grow together in more complete manhood Will you have this woman to be your wedded wife, to live together in the holy estate of marriage? Will you love her, comfort her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep you only to her, so long as you both shall live?
I will.
Alexia, will you have this man to be your wedded husband, to live together in the holy estate of marriage? Will you love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep you only to him, so long as you both shall live?
I will.
Very good. I, Damian Austin, marriage officer in the island of Jamaica, do pronounce that you are now husband and wife. Make some noise for them ladies. Don't kiss yet. Hold on, what's your anxiety? Oh Lord, I just did that on purpose. You may kiss the bride. Go ahead, Nigel. They have 5 minutes. Don't rush them. Take your time. Ladies and gentlemen, the newest couple in the island of Jamaica, make some noise for Mr. and Mrs. Nigel Ludlow.
With parents, even away their daughters is always, bittersweet, You always want kids around, but kids grow up. Birds have to leave their nest, so that's one of the things.
I wish that Nigel and Alexia will have a long-lasting marriage with love, and I wish that my grandchild will be healthy.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
The moment. How you feeling now?
Very, very happy.
Mrs. Ludlow, everybody greeting you.
Very happy. Hi, Hannah.
What was it like in that moment when you were telling Nigel exactly how you feel now?
It was just all my emotions coming out as you heard me bawling up there.
Okay, Mrs. Ludlow. No, Mr. Ludlow, sir. How are you feeling now, sir?
Relieved, to be honest. No, I'm just glad it went so smoothly.
You have pink hair now.
Have a pink hair. And Alexia's words were just beautiful.
Life is a series of choices. And today I want you to know that in every single reality, in any lifetime, in any circumstance, should our paths cross, I will always choose you.
Thank you for sharing with us today, and we want to wish Nigel and Alexia Ludlow a great marriage and family life. Join us next week for another Alric show. Take good care.